What's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is and you know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6, and it is a sunny, the sky's pretty clear except it's all chemtrailed up, but the sky's relatively clear considering that this is what they do all the damn time when they want it to snow or rain or something like that, when it doesn't naturally intend to. So with that said, I'd appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and drop a comment. All right, so today, as you can see from the title, what I'm talking about, setting up the bank account, the private bank account that's not connected to the social security number, and using basically on your private capacity, not the public capacity. So this morning, I had stopped into a bank near here. It's a big bank. I won't say their names. I don't want to put them out there yet. Yeah, so I stopped in this morning to try to drop open up an account, basically, and make a deposit. On the private side, pretty much. So of course, I already knew what time it was when I walked in. I watched videos on this. I've read on it. Like a lot of times, those guys who are at the gate, the gatekeepers, they don't know what's going on. They're giving just enough information to keep the machine running. It's just like some law enforcement or police officers. They're like giving, this is what you need to look for when you stop somebody. They're not told about the right to travel. None of this shit. Even though they study the Constitution and they have to be aware of the Constitution, a lot of them don't fucking read the shit, or they breeze through it or whatever. They got little cheat courses they do to get past it. And that's just put there by design because they don't really want people to be abreast to this kind of knowledge. So I go into the spot, I'm waiting in line, basically waiting for it to open. They open it up, I go in, fill my name out, and I sit down. And the guy's asking me, he's like, hey, what's up? He said, I told him, hey, look, man, I'm gonna let you know right now when I sit down in his office, hey, this is gonna be a little bit different of a transaction you usually do. So he says, okay. So I give him I had my passport book. I didn't bring my card because the last time I took my passport card to a bank, they didn't even know what the hell it was. Like a lot of people don't even know the passport card exists. I think they just started doing passport cards like mid-2000s, something like that, I don't know. But it wasn't that long ago though. It wasn't like the passport book that's been around for like at least goddamn 50, 60, 70 years. At least. So the dude takes the passport and I say, all right, and I want to put this check in, give him the check. He says, well, you need two forms of ID. I kind of knew he was going to say that. So I brought my birth certificate. Now, this is the birth certificate that's not the straw man's with the uppercase name on it. This birth certificate was the one with the lowercase Christian appellation of my name. So as a result, he's like, okay, so why is this different? I said, oh, yeah, so I'm not exactly a U.S. citizen. So he says, well, what are you classified as? I'm classified as a U.S. national. So he's looking in his computer, and he says, well, I don't see anything but U.S. national. The only thing I have is U.S. citizen, resident alien, and non-resident alien. So I was like, yeah, non-resident alien is synonymous with that term pretty much because you're not residing in the United States corporation, and you're an alien to the United States government. You're in the Republic of the United States of America. So I explained that to him too. So dude was like, okay. So then he was like, all right, so what about the social security number? I said, I don't use a social security number. He said, okay. So dude's already thrown off, like what? Like, because nobody does this. People usually go down a U.S. citizen path. People usually go down a social security number path, and boom, that's classified, right? That's the public side. So he had no experience how to set up the private side. No, I've heard about the trust account with the EIN number. I haven't figured out how to get an EIN number yet, foreign EIN number. I was supposed to have one of my man show me how to do it, but he's a procrastinating motherfucker. If you're watching, you a procrastinating motherfucker. So yeah, so basically what ended up happening was dude was like, all right, I'll be right back. Let me go out there and talk to my manager. So he calls the manager's office, and the manager, I guess he has a cell phone number for the manager or something. He's on call. It takes about 10 minutes. The dude comes back like, all right, so apparently it can be done, but I don't have the know-how or authority to do it. I would have to have you see my manager. So my manager should be in next week. So I said, all right, well, here, take my number down, and just give me a ring. Let me know when the manager comes in or whatever, and then we can set it up from there. So he's all right, no problem. He was like, I told him, yeah, so you ought to really look into this stuff, man, because it's very interesting. And I gave him I gave him one YouTube page that I watch, the High Frequency Radio joint, USFL. Very, 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 very informative channel. High Frequency Radio it's called. If you're watching this channel, I get some of my information from that one, as well as reading what books to read and stuff like that. I get it from mostly USFL and a few other places. But yeah, if you look into that, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I gave that, I said, man, hey, if you're interested in what I'm talking about, take a look at this here, and that'll begin you down the path. So that's how I started, man. Like, I heard about it, and I heard it was effective. So I'm like, that's interesting. I always like learning about stuff. So I was like, all right, let me learn about this. Then I started looking at videos, and then videos referred me to books, and then I started reading books, and I'm like, holy shit, this shit's been here for years. It's just nobody's really knew about it. I mean, this is our freedoms that we've signed away after all these years of being U.S. citizens, thinking that being a U.S. citizen was basically the land, but it's not. But that's what we're led to believe. So, yeah, great information, man. So that's where I'm at so far. I got to go back down there, and I got to get that set up. And once I do that, I'll give you an update to let you know where we're at. We're setting up the private bank account. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the video. Drop a comment again and hit the like button. Please hit the like button and subscribe too if you aren't already subscribed. I got a lot of subscribers. Thank you guys for coming through, man. I've been grinding hard for 2 years on different content, trying to figure out what fits me. I think I finally found my niche, so I'm here. So, if you got any questions, hit me up. And if you got any advice, also hit me up, because I'm still open to learn. And I'll definitely look into what you're talking about, because I like learning stuff, man. This is all the learning experience for me. And this is stuff you need to pass on to your kids, for real. This is how we take our republic back from the United States Corporation. So with that said, let me know what y'all think, and I'll holler at you guys later. Peace out.